Okay, let's see if I can speed run this. I already have two different versions defined to some extent, which will make things much easier because I kind of know what I'm doing now. I'm not going to go define all these maps. I'm going to need the RAM map at 5, whatever. And I'm going to need the flash ROM loaded at, that's 100. And that's mostly it. And at the end of the flash ROM, there's a vxworks symbol table, which makes things much easier. Oh. Alright, I'm going to load it as a 60. That's probably 020, but I don't remember. Base address 1234. Alright. Go. Is this one here? No, I don't want to analyze it right now. RAM. And I don't know how much of it. Probably. Oh, let's try that. This one is read-only. The ROM, that is. Now, I don't know if the script works. The tweaked version, yeah. And I don't think it worked. Yeah, no. Well, that's a bummer. Definitely should work. Okay, it could be a slightly different variant. Let's see. It's usually somewhere. Let's try. So S data is the beginning of the initialized data. So I know this string is referenced from the symbol table, so I'm gonna search for this address, 131EDEA, and there is nothing. So I have a bunch of strings all next to each other. So I have that pattern the same here. So I have, oops, no, not there. This one points to the string. So I have a bunch of strings here, and these, like this address 127.0246 is right in there. I wonder. There's two possibilities. Either I got the load address wrong. Oh, that's got to be it. Okay, well, not a huge deal because I don't care that much for it, and I can run the auto analysis anyway. And that's going to chug along. While it does that, I'm going to find another strategy for what I'm looking for, and that is right. So I want one of these factories. Let's say it's probably from this one, librarian. Okay, so I want to find this table of librarian things, in particular the extended cal librarian, and the factory probably contains some identical data, so I'm going to look for 7D7. Yeah, let's try that. Oops, 1 hex. And there's a whole bunch of it. Okay. 01C6, 0. Okay, let's see if that's similar. Nah. I don't know. Do I have cross references to that? Oops. Back to search. That would be a reference to 106E462. I do not. Okay. Well, not much of a speed run then, eh? I still have a lot of undefined code. That's actually one thing I want to... jump table, I think. No flash jump table. Oh, there it is. So it's pretty early in the ROM at 1B0. Let's take a look. Oops. 1B0. That is not code, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just a string. What is this HV? That's probably code. Yeah, that's probably code. I don't have that jump table I was looking for. Huh. So it is structured differently in that case. So why do I not have a flash jump table like this? Granted, this, I don't think this was used at all, or at least not in any obvious way. A jump that's ROM init. This is ROM init as well. Okay, because I think there's some important stuff here. I'm going to, this should always be open. Outgoing reference, I'm looking for B copy in a data space, maybe B0. Yeah, okay, so this one here, this erases a BSS segment, and this is the initialized data. I'm almost sure I'm going to need this, so let's try and find that. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Let's, oh. What a piece of luck. I was looking for this value, I think. This is probably the start of the initialized data, like S data. That's this one here, 500-1000. And so maybe it was just rolled out instead of having memcopy calls. It's just, I mean, that could be. Like, what happens to this pointer? Yes, that's a destination pointer. And what is the source? The source is... What? Why is it getting copied from that? That's so weird. All the way there? Wow. Okay, well, first of all, I can fix up this. Okay. Why is it copying from Flash like that? That's so barbaric. And that's probably kernel init. Oops, why do I have a map open still? Get out of there. From user init, yes. Okay. I'd like to find B copy, but it seems to have been optimized out in the other one. See if I go to user root. Oops, forgot to take care of that one. Oh, it's just a pointer. Okay. What? It's running from RAM? Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Well. Let's go back a couple steps, and I guess it's copying everything to RAM then. Well, not everything, but a whole chunk. I'm going to split that block. First of all, here, I don't know what I'm going to call this. This is going to be, I don't know, iData maybe. It's probably going to have to be executable. And I'm going to split that block again, all the way to end address 535FB24. That's the one here. That's for that copy loop. Actually, it's probably until that one there. Okay. And let's call it that way. All right. So I have this delimited block. Now what I do is I go in here. I said I go in here and use this fancy script. Get out of there. Okay, entire block. So this is why I had to split it first. So this is the destination. Then the source is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try that. Now, user init. So that one's called user root. Okay, is this code? Yes, it is. And I marked this as a function, and you can tell it's working not quite as hard as I hoped, but still define a bunch of stuff. Let's analyze. And I'm also going to go back into my search window, and I'm going to look for this again. And now I'm going to focus on the ones in RAM like this, and much better. Now I have a cross-reference to this. And this looks a whole lot like... let me backtrack a bit. Librarian, no, symbol table. And I want the extended cal librarian. Oops, actually I wanted this. So I have these 4 pointers, then 2 magic bytes, a bunch of flags. So let's see. I have a pointer, I have a bunch of flags, boom. Those are the size markers, and yeah, that's it. So this is a librarian structure. I'm going to go into here. Oh, it's already active, look at that. So I can go up here, press type, and call it librarian. Yes, clear. Now I have all this nice stuff, cool. So that's what I was here for. Jeez, 22 minutes. That's about 4 times more than I thought. So I'm just gonna get the data I was here for. So this is for 1 CE. That's good news. Now I wonder, is this referenced by a symbol table in this new ROM? I think it isn't. Oh, yes, I think it is. Probably somewhere in this. Yeah, okay, that's a pointer. Oh, there we go. That's a weird choice. So they're running the entire firmware from RAM for some reason. So that means I may, let me just save this. I may be able to run my vxworks script again. Yes, the tweaked one. Let's see. Yep. So it's parsing. It found this. Well, some of it. What happened there? Okay, well, it found a bunch of symbols. That's not bad. So I think if I was going to work on this one any longer, I would zap this entirely, reload from scratch, define my memory regions properly. This one, oh, I forgot to mark this one as executable. Then before I run the auto analysis, I would run the vxworks script, and that'll help a lot.